What's up, SNA fans? This Super Ninja Austin back here with another video, and this is the wrestling news video like every day. And I'm gonna be talking about the wildest wrestling news stories SNA fans need to know from the Wrestle Talk article. Make sure to watch it to the very end because you're gonna get very interesting. And and yeah, and as you can guess, I had some availability to do this video today, and I taken care of a little business, but let's just say it had to be rescheduled, and yeah, and I was gonna be busy, but it was earlier, like way earlier today, but I was kind of late, and then had to reschedule some things. So yeah, I was managed to be able to do this video today because what I'm gonna be doing today is gonna be more later on in the next few hours. So I had plenty of time to do this wrestling news video. So yeah, make sure to to watch it to the very end because I'm gonna start off on today's wrestling news video with some WWE backstage reaction to Tony Khan saying WWE is like the Harvey Weinstein of pro wrestling, which that's going a step too far of what went a step too far, even for being a arch competitor to WWE in the wrestling world. But yeah, we're gonna start. Yeah, that's going to step too far for even for him being the competition of WWE in pro wrestling. But yeah, he didn't need to say all that because most of the WWE fans and then wrestling fans in general are going to be saying like yeah, yo, like I know probably have some kind of vendetta against him, but that doesn't mean you have to go a step this far. Like that doesn't make you look good in your reputation as a promoter. But anyways, I'm gonna just start off on this wrestling news between WWE and AEW with backstage reactions from people in both WWE and AEW to Tony Khan calling WWE the Harvey Weinstein of pro wrestling and it now has emerged during an appearance on the NFL Network during the NFL draft a few days ago. Khan said AEW, have been doing this for 5 years. We are the most successful sports start since the AFL pre-merger. There, there has not been a challenger brand like that has gained as much market shares as AEW in many years. We are like the Pepsi of pro wrestling. We are up against the evil juggernaut WWE is our competitor. That's who we're facing. And like he said, like AEW is the Pepsi of pro wrestling, while WWE is like the Harvey Weinstein of professional wrestling. I'm really proud of what we do down here. And then, according to Brian Alvarez of the Fightful, I mean, of not fight, of not said Fightful of the Wrestling Observer, has now said that he's to people talking to people in about both WWE and AEW who have reacted to those comments. I and on Wrestling Observer News, rather, Brian Alvarez said, "I talked to people in both WWE and AEW, and I will say this about what I say say about what he said. I can't tell you from talking to people in AEW, obviously. The WWE people thought it was ridiculous that he said it, but I heard people in AEW saying the same thing. A lot of it when people in WWE and when people in AEW who have a lot of friends in WWE see, like Tony accusing the entire company, the entire company is evil. We are battling an evil company. A lot of people take exception to that. Like the truth is, in the middle, it is not only Vince, but it is certainly not the entire company. And what you thought? What's your reaction on Tony Khan's remarks on to WWE about being comparing them to as Harvey Weinstein? Let me know about that in the comments below. And do you think he went a step too far onto that, or do you think he's telling the truth, considering Vince McMahon in his controversial sex trafficking scandal against the likes of that's against Janelle Grant, like that she filed a lawsuit that filed a lawsuit on like about 3 months ago. Yeah, back in January. Let me know all about that in the comment section right down below. I think, yeah, yeah, Tony Khan went a step too far. If he's talking about the current WWE, I don't see them as like the Harvey Weinstein because there's no sex trafficking or sexual abuse scandals or any other controversial scandals that could possibly getting them canceled on the of the public media eye, if not entirely, and lose their privileges as pro wrestling executives and lose their privileges as an entire company as well. Like if that was the case, if they were the Harvey Weinstein, like if they were the Harvey Weinstein in pro wrestling, yeah, they will be this close, like away from being canceled from the public and their privileges. As of this video, when I was mainly talking about Tony Khan mentioning this during an interview on the in the NFL draft. But yeah, I have to disagree with Tony Khan on this. Like this WWE is nailing it and killing it and doing a very tremendous job. Like in something that was missing from the current Vince McMahon era. And I would say like I would say if it hadn't been for the wrestlers from the Attitude and Ruthless Aggression era and the writers in them and the and the guys that made the music, like if it hadn't been for them, like even the Attitude Era and the Ruthless Aggression Era wouldn't be as such of a legendary it wouldn't be such a legendary time in WWE's in WWE and also in the professional wrestling world and overall, like with the wrestling fans watching it and being entertained and want more and the and just keep watching it on a weekly basis, which that's starting to be like it to the modern day wrestling fans now. Now that's in a Renaissance Paul Triple H Levesque era, and so yeah, I don't think it's nothing like it was like a few years ago with Vince McMahon being still the chairman, and then if not, I don't know how long he's been doing stuff like this. Like, it's best for me to want to know, and I don't think I want to know about that. But my point is, like, it's like why would you call nowadays WWE the Harvey Weinstein? If it would be one thing if Vince McMahon was still the chairman, and then he's being accused by plenty of women and everybody, and then the other victims that was assaulted by the chairman of the board, the former chairman of the board, like if he did something inappropriate to them, like I don't know, like, but I care not to share on this video, but I would just say like making it and by saying it right there with the short reference, like he could be doing that and then and making them do things that he don't want to do, like basically like references like Max Caster said, like with them telling the legal team on what positions he had him doing, like when behind closed doors in the headquarter office, I guess you could say, and which one of them happened to be Janelle Grant, and then with her being in that situation with the chairman in this un, very odd relationship that he had with her. Like he hired her as an employee just to do him some favors, if you know what I mean. And then she did so, but she hardly even got the payout from him, which that's one of the reasons why she's suing him. But yeah, like that'll be one thing. But yeah, that'll be one thing if Vince McMahon was still there and no and then and WWE, their parenting company TKO did not do anything about it. Let me rephrase that. Yeah, like if Endeavor did anything about it, like, and they knew that Vince McMahon was like, what's that like, was doing all that stuff, and if he still is like, and then he's getting some lawsuits against him, they wouldn't have recommended him to resign out of there like before banning him from the company. Like they wouldn't have done. They would have kept him right on there, and then they wouldn't be no better than he is because they still letting him be a part of being a member of the TKO group, the board of the TKO group holdings. Yeah, but they didn't do that. They let him resign out of the company, and they banned him and made sure he's not going to come back to the company for what he did. And if WWE was, and then that would be the reason why they're the Harvey Weinstein of the pro wrestling world, because they'll allow him to get do that, and then still let him do that and still be a member of the board. But they did not do that because they knew it wasn't right. And Tony Khan needs to get that through his skull, like his thick skull, like that WWE is a better company, and you should. And if you want to make it sound, if you want to make WWE sound like a competition, like do it in a way that makes sense. Like if you want to making an analogy of you in a soda product, you should do the same WWE. Like you're the Pepsi of pro wrestling, while WWE is the Coca-Cola of the pro wrestling world. But no, you decide to go a bit too far, and you say that they're the Harvey Weinstein when there's nowhere near the Harvey Weinstein. But I'll say if you want to be like making director comparisons, I'll say you're like the Steven Spielberg, while WWE's the Harvey Weinstein. Like, but you should have said that like about 5 years ago when you got started, or not 5 years. I'll say maybe even 3 or 4 years ago when you were when y'all were on your peak and y'all were in your prime and y'all were the number one wrestling company that was beating WWE every single week in ratings. I'll say, yeah, like you should have been saying the thing, like something like that, like you're you're the Steven Spielberg and Vince McMahon's the Harvey Weinstein in the pro wrestling world. Yeah, but you decide to say you're the Pepsi, like yeah, but not trying to criticize the AEW boss, but just saying like you're not doing yourself any favors, and you probably could you have to pay a fine, like if you're lucky, if not be canceled, like for being a wrestling company. Not trying to wish death upon you, just saying like, or you could lose your privileges of being, or even lose your privileges as the president of the company. So if I was you, I would choose my words wisely. If I was you, Mr. Khan or Mr. Entity Khan. But seriously, I know that you probably have something against WWE, but that doesn't mean you have to insult them in this very very unnecessary way. But anyways, I'm gonna move on to the next wrestling news, and we're gonna be talking about the live results of all the draft picks confirmed, like on 2024 WWE draft tonight on night 2. This page will be updated throughout night 2 of the WWE draft listening all the list listening all the drafts listing all the draft picks that have taken place. One day of the draft took place on the Friday of April 26th episode of Friday Night SmackDown, with night two set for the Monday, April 29th episode of Monday Night Raw. Stay tuned to this page at an 8 p.m. Eastern on Monday, for ongoing updates. Like in the meantime, you can see the result from night one, of the draft on SmackDown at this link, like right here. But we're gonna be talking about what exactly went down right here. But it says the show will also feature an appearance from the current United States champion Logan Paul, a in a six-man tag match between Finn Balor, Damian Priest, and JD McDonough against Jey Uso, Andrade, and Ricochet. Oh yeah, I've totally forgot about that. So make sure to stay tuned for that. I'm ready to remember to mention that. But we will also be seeing probably some kind of a celebration with uh, Becky Lynch as well. Because considering she became the new women's world champion only 7 days ago. But anyways, we're gonna be continuing to talk about on here in this article. So this page, this is the home of the draft picks. But keep an eye on Wrestle. And I apologize for the inconvenience. I did I did not know that this was not gonna talk about. Well, I did not know that I thought this was gonna be a rumor story, a rumored story, but they said that this yeah, how yeah, my bad, yeah. I thought this was going to be like some kind of a rumors of who's going to possibly be drafted over to Raw and SmackDown has been revealed for tonight's draft on in W on Monday Night Raw on April 29th. But yeah, they did mention that Logan Paul's going to make an appearance. CM Punk. There's going to be a six-man tag match between Jey Uso, Andrade, and Ricochet against the Judgment Day's JD McDonough, Damian Priest, and Finn Balor. And who thinks will win that match? Let me know right down in the comments down below. But we're going to move on to the next one. We got another WWE WrestleMania 41 location update. As another update has emerged on potential location for WWE's next year's show of shows, which will take place in about a year's timing. Traditionally, WWE would have announced the date and location by now, but there's been a sizable delay this year. That's because there are two locations seemingly in the running, and the delay is bad news for one of them. Those cities are Minneapolis and Las Vegas, and as time goes on, it's looking likely that Vegas is the front runner. Today, Russell Votes after speaking after speaking reliable WWE source over the weekend. It seems that the chances of WWE WrestleMania 41 being held in Minneapolis are decreasing with each passing day. The the longer we wait for an announcement, The stronger Las Vegas looks, said the source. While this doesn't mean Minnesota is out of the running, the delay in announcing isn't part of any new strategy or rollout. WWE is reportedly keen on uh, the getting a word out as soon as possible. And it says right here, Dave Meltzer also reported a few days ago that Vegas was the front runner, and things were being worked out between the city and WWE. Hence the delay. And what are your thoughts on to Minneapolis? Losing to Las Vegas. And do you think WrestleMania 41 is going to be in Vegas rather than Minneapolis, or do you think it's going to be? Or are you going to be, or do you think that's going to be in Minneapolis, and they're going to find in the city, like the mayor of Minnesota, of the city of Minnesota, is going to try to find plenty of people, like, and all the wrestling fans up there, to try to vote much more for Minneapolis to be the host of WrestleMania 41. Let me know anything about that in the comment section right down below. What's your thoughts on the matter? And do you think it's going to be at Las Vegas? Like, then how many fans are going to be in attendance there? Like, if they go to like an Allegiant Stadium or any other venue or any other stadiums that they're going to host their biggest show of the year. But let's move on to the next slide. We got AEW hires a new name in an important role for the company. The AEW has made a new hire to fill in an important position, specifically that of the company's senior marketing director of live events, Jeremy Flynn. Which it says, Jeremy Flynn announced that he is the new senior marketing director of live events at AEW, and he tweeted, like, the last 2 years, like, with the PBR was amazing, and I am so grateful for the opportunity. I'm excited uh, to start a new chapter as the senior marketing director of live events. Uh, for AEW, there are so many amazing things happening here, and I'm excited to be a part of the journey. Excuse me. Like, his LinkedIn page. His LinkedIn page, Flynn had worked as the senior director of marketing live events for professional bull riders, like, since March of 2022. Current AEW COO Kosha is the chief marketing officer for professional bull riders from September 2019 to January 2023. The Raphael Morphy had been AEW's vice president of live events, to, touring from June of 2019 until December 2023 is the departure. Recently was, like, in that year, or during the end of 2023. Early this year, AEW hired Kosha Irby as its COO, like, who has essentially taken over Morphy's role in booking the venues for shows Fightful reported previously that Irby had received unanimous, yeah. Well, I'm talking about, received a unanimous praise in AEW for his work. He was WWE's regional director of live events, from August 2011 to June of 2018. Yeah. Prior to his time with professional bull riders, Flynn was the sales and marketing manager for Simmons Bank Arena North in North Little Rock, Arkansas, for 6 years. And what's your thoughts on what's his first name? Jeremy Flynn getting this new role as getting this very important new role as the marketing director of live events for All Elite Wrestling. And do you think he's going to be doing a very well job? Like, let me know what y'all has now been revealed. Courtesy of a new update, after over a year of reports regarding Drew McIntyre's expiring WWE deal, it was finally confirmed that the Scottish Warrior has inked a new deal. Has fact re-signed with the company, and it says right here, although the news initially unexpected source, the Rock's Instagram, but according to Rock's Instagram story, we have since gotten further details regarding the negotiations between WWE and Drew McIntyre. Itself, the deal itself, one detail, not yet to know. Uh, However, was the length of the extension McIntyre had signed, with it only previously being reported as a multi-year deal. According to Dave Meltzer, McIntyre's new deal is for 3 years, which will probably end it around this time in 2027. Now, the new year of expiration, McIntyre's been said to be happy with the end outcome negotiations with WWE. To find out how McIntyre responds to the Rock's post regarding his contract, uh, follow this link right here. But before I get into, I want to ask you this question: Why? What is your thoughts on Drew McIntyre signing a new deal, and how many years is the deal? Is also not to mention how much money is he getting paid a year to be on WWE for the next 3 years? If this report is true from Dave Meltzer, let me know right down in the comment section right down below. And do you think it's going to be 3 years? And do you think he's going to stick around until 2027? Or do you think he could leave soon enough, like if things don't go out his way? But enough of the negatives. Yeah, I'm not sure if we should talk negative, because I don't think he's going to be leaving until his contract expires in 2027. If that is 2020, if not like 2029 or 2020 or 2034, like for the next 5 or 10 years. Like, how do I know if it's not in the next 5 or 10 years? But it says he signed a deal for 3 years, and it's going to keep him until 2027. But But yeah, let me know what your opinions are right down in the comment section right down below. And do you think it's gonna keep him around till then? Yeah, leave a comment below. And if something tells me it is, and he's gonna be achieving more other goals, like along with winning like at least the United States Championship reign, maybe a Money in the Bank contract run, like or Money in the Bank briefcase run, like when they